Thank you. We had the Partner One Software Award for 2015, so from HP. So this is based on ALM, which is an HP product. So it's nice for you to know that you're working with competent people. And this is where I was going. Most companies that are reshoring in America is because it's two things. It's because of the currency change, also because of the quality and the rework. The key thing that I want to bring up today is that rework is totally counterproductive when it comes to automation. You know, if you deal with an outsourcer that whenever they're not meeting their objective, their answer is like, add more bodies. If the recipe isn't good in the first place, you can add as many bodies as you want. You won't make it up for the time that is being wasted in maintenance. So just to keep in mind that this is a trend that we see, and that's why our business model is shifting more and more towards outsourcing, because there's a lot of customers that are looking to get a better return out of these projects. So another fact by Gartner is that out of Europe, Asia, and America, Canada is the best place to outsource. The only two downside of Canada is the government support and the cost. But because we're based out of Montreal, we get a lot of tax exemption for this type of business. So, and keep in mind that with the dollar exchange, I know there's some American on the line, for the past 2 years, makes it very competitive to deal with a Canadian outsourcer. So that's why we developed that onshore facility. It's we went through it already, but you know, there's an unmatched expertise in our team. We believe that we have. There's also the ease of use. We have tools that we can provide to the customer. The customer doesn't need to know anything about automation. We can take it from there, right? The fact that we're close by, I mean, anybody can pick up the phone and talk to someone who's working on this project on the same time zone. That's another value that translates into so many different things, and we'll get to that later. But the rework cost when you work on 2 different time zones is a killer, and I'll demonstrate that later on. So can you please mute your line? We'll get to the question later, but I'd like to go through this. So in terms of metrics and visibility, we have a lot of detailed metrics that are based on effort, on coverage, and so on, which you usually don't get offshore. Don't forget that we're also bound in Canada by the NAFTA legal commitment, which come with a certain level of encryption and so on. So that's why it makes it appealing for especially financials that are heavily regulated on this. And anyway, the expertise and the knowledge retention, I don't want to get too much in detail, but our average turnover is 7 years, right, compared to 7 months offshore. So this is also a great value that we have to offer. So what I was talking about was the rework. The fact, whenever you address rework with defect, or it's always the process of dealing through a CMM process offshore is every time you engage, you lose a day, right? So, and according to Forrester, 30% of project costs are related to rework. And according to Meta Group, 70% of rework are attributed to correcting requirements errors. So we can shave half of the time that the process of rework is demanding out of companies. So that being said, if you do, I don't want to bore you with a bunch of numbers, but we can save up to 10-11% of the entire project effort just on rework, just on bringing that back wherever your development is. So again, this is applicable for companies who does development in America. So to go back to the point I was making earlier on, a lot of customers realize that whenever they look into the hourly cost of the resource, the integration effort that is required, the training that they need to put, the benefits, all the transition effort whenever a person leaves, there's a very high value in dealing with a company that is specializing into a field such as automation, making sure that you have a sustainable ecosystem, and it makes it easy for your people to document whatever they need to document and take it from there. So this is just to demonstrate that even though the hourly cost of our resources are a little bit higher than offshore, when you look at the communication cost, you look at the traveling cost, but also the rework cost, which is the easiest business case we can build with. It builds a business case. So, and this is also if you consider the efficiency that we can get with tools like the one we show you today. So to wrap it up, we can help you speed, the delivery, the application delivery process that you're engaged with, exceed, expectation. We can help you speeding things up. And the key thing that I know a lot of people would be doubtful of this, but there's a lot of studies that has been made, and testing efforts are huge. It's massive on a project. We're talking about 40 to 60% of the labor costs. At a certain point, a company will spend that type of money somewhere. It doesn't mean it's all going to be in the testing service, but they're going to be spending a lot of money on testing. So if you guys are looking to trim down the costs or improve efficiency, automation is probably it's one of the best options you got right now. So that conclude the presentation.